Here's a truth most men refuse to face. Women don't stay because you're nice. They don't stay because you're loyal. And they certainly don't stay because you tell them how much you care. In fact, the harder you try to prove yourself, the faster they lose interest. Now, I know that stings, but the truth hurts, and it's exactly what you need to wake up. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you approach every relationship and make you the kind of man women can't ignore. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is here to give men the mindset, standards, and strategies that nobody else will tell you. Don't miss out. Let's get one thing straight. Women are not attracted to words, promises, or even gifts. Sure, money and status can open doors, but those things alone won't keep her interested, because attraction isn't transactional. Attraction is energetic. It comes from the way you carry yourself, the way you move through life, and the standards you uphold. If you're the kind of man who explains his heart a dozen times, begs for attention, or bends over backward just to be liked, you're doing it all wrong. Women respond to energy, not explanations. The real truth about attraction. Think about it. A woman notices whether you're solid or shaky, whether you have standards or are desperate, whether you can be replaced easily or are truly irreplaceable. And no, this isn't about being controlling or harsh. Standards aren't rules to dominate her. They're boundaries that show your worth. Here's the reality most men ignore. Your purpose, your direction, and the life you build outside the relationship are what make women respect you. And respect is the foundation of lasting attraction. One have a life she can't replace. A man without direction has no standards. When your whole world revolves around her, you tolerate disrespect, chase attention, and lose your power without even realizing it. Think about it. When she acts cold, if your life depends on her approval, you panic. You overthink. You chase. You compromise your routine, your growth, your peace, all for the chance to be liked. Here's the dangerous part. The more available you are, the less value you show. At first, she enjoys it. Then she expects it. Then she loses respect for it. A man with purpose? He doesn't panic. He doesn't beg. He doesn't cancel his life to follow her. He's steady. He's disciplined. He's on a mission. And that energy, calm, controlled, unshakable, makes women feel respect, security, and curiosity all at once. When you live a life anchored in purpose, you're no longer chasing validation. You're living standards. You're showing her silently that you can't be easily replaced. That's magnetic. Real life example. Picture this. You plan to meet her at 7 p.m. At 6:30, she says, "Let's do 9 instead." A man with no purpose drops everything, rearranges his night, worries, fears losing her attention. A man with standards calmly says, "I can't tonight. Let's plan another day." No anger, no speeches, no begging. Notice what happens. She feels something immediately. Scarcity, stability, strength. That's the power of purpose-driven energy. And this isn't theoretical. This is the energy women sense naturally. When you chase, you lose. When you lead through your life, she follows, because she wants to be part of something solid, not patching up your emotional chaos. To stop rewarding bad behavior. Once your life is anchored, the next step is simple. Decide who gets access to your attention, energy, and time. Most men destroy attraction without realizing it. She acts cold, you chase. She disrespects you, you apologize or overcompensate. She ignores you. You double text or buy her gifts. What does this teach her? That disrespect works. That your attention is free. That boundaries don't exist. And once she believes that, her respect for you evaporates. A man with standards does not reward nonsense. She snaps at you in public. You don't argue. You stay calm. or she acts distant, you don't chase. You stay anchored in your mission, Dapper. She tries attention games. You let your life speak louder than her behavior. This is not being cold or harsh. This is self-respect. This is showing her that your energy is valuable and it must be earned. Why this works, when you stop rewarding bad behavior, women feel something immediately. Your presence suddenly carries weight. Your energy communicates strength without a single word. And attraction? It skyrockets. Respect precedes desire. Women follow men who can walk away if needed. They follow men whose lives are unshakable, whose time is scarce, whose energy is sacred. They don't follow fear. They follow strength. The mindset shift. Let's lock this in. Purpose is not about money alone. Purpose is your mission, discipline, daily habits, self-improvement, and identity outside her. Standards are not about controlling her. Standards are about how you allow her into your life. The man who builds a life she can't replace and refuses to reward bad behavior becomes magnetic. He doesn't need to explain, argue, or plead. She either aligns with his energy or she doesn't. And here's the kicker. Once she senses your power, her attraction skyrockets. She begins to qualify herself to you, not the other way around. Key takeaways. 1. Women follow energy, not words. Build a life worth following. 2. Your purpose creates scarcity and stability. Without it, you lose respect and attraction. 3. Stop rewarding disrespect. Attention is valuable. Access must be earned. 4. Standards are not arrogance. They're self-respect in action. 5. Your energy is your most powerful tool. Protect it. Guard it. Live it. Ending. Here's the truth. Most men never hear. Attraction doesn't come from being nice, loyal, or generous. It comes from strength, direction, and standards. The moment you build a life she can't replace and stop rewarding bad behavior, respect and desire follow naturally. Remember, being magnetic isn't about chasing her. It's about becoming a man worth following. If this resonated, hit that like button and subscribe for more unfiltered truths about attraction, relationships, and self-mastery. Thanks for watching. Go out, build your life, set your standards, and let your energy do the talking.